What's happening, guys? Welcome back. Let's talk about Max Holloway versus Justin Gaethje at UFC 300. This was just announced by Dana White. Got some thoughts about it. I think the fans are kind of like on the fence. On one hand, they like the matchup. They know it's going to be exciting. On the other hand, I think a lot of people are worried for Max Holloway. And with good reason. There's some merit there to be worried. So let's get into it. Part of this might turn into like a mini breakdown. I'm just going to rant, drop some thoughts. So Max Holloway's skill set and style, definitely a volume striker. He has some pretty slick and excellent boxing for mixed martial arts, great jab. He has a great understanding of distance, even though Max tends to get hit as well. Well, I should say sometimes he's cool with getting hit, which completely goes against what he's capable of, his skill set. Because if Max fought more defensively, I don't think the man would get hit much at all. His mastery of range and distance is pretty phenomenal. But Max just likes to go out there and fight. Sometimes he likes to bang it out, sit in the pocket. He relies on his chin a bit, and I think that's what might get him in trouble with Justin Gaethje. Because Justin Gaethje will test your chin. Max has solid takedown defense. I don't find him particularly easy to take down. I think the stats support that. He has this uncanny ability to stand back up like old school Chuck Liddell. Pretty solid jiu-jitsu that he rarely uses. I don't think Max is necessarily small. He's just not like thick and heavily muscled. But he's tall, he's lengthy, he has the frame to pack on muscle. I didn't agree with Dana White when he said Max is too small for lightweight when he lost to Dustin Poirier. I think that was a case of Max just not respecting Dustin's power and his striking ability, and part of it might have to do with Max Holloway having to do strength and conditioning, getting a little bit bigger, but I don't think he's too small for lightweight, if that makes sense. I certainly think with a proper time and adjustment, he can do very well at lightweight in general. Now, Justin Gaethje, a lot of people have this misconception in their head, probably based off of his older fights, that Justin Gaethje is just a brawler. He's definitely not just a brawler now. I think he has some pretty good defense at this point. I think he can be actually really technical. And he has great hands, man. He has great hands. He has great counters. He sees things coming. He can land and play shots. And he hits like a mule. Justin Gaethje, of course, has that wrestling background, so he's not going to be easy to take down himself. And even though he doesn't go for takedowns offensively, the ability is there. I think it's kind of like Yoel Romero, where Yoel Romero can do a lot more in the wrestling department, but wrestling is so taxing on your cardio and conditioning that I think in their head, they don't think it's worth it to expend that much energy wrestling. They'd rather just knock you out. So with Justin Gaethje and Max, I don't see Justin Gaethje taking Max down. I don't think he wants to, and I don't think he's going to waste the energy trying. I think he's going to oblige Max because Max likes to strike, and I think they're just going to bang it out. So as the fight progresses, I mean, if Max makes it out of the first round, his odds of doing better in the fight are going to greatly improve because Max really doesn't get tired. He's known to have great cardio and conditioning, and he's going to have to fight the perfect fight, man. He's going to have to avoid big damage, avoid big shots, punish Justin Gaethje, constant peppering, volume, wear him out, while again staying safe and not getting cracked with a bomb. That's going to be a tall task. I mean, at some point in that fight, Justin Gaethje is going to land on Max Holloway hard. And what's going to happen? I mean, you can have the greatest chin on the planet. Eventually, it will get cracked. Could we see Max Holloway flatline, knocked out, unconscious? I'm going to say it's possible, especially in this fight, because this is more Justin Gaethje's division. Max is moving up again, and it takes time to go to a new weight class, especially moving up. I don't think Max Holloway is big on lifting weights like that, bulking up. He probably figures like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He has great speed, great movement. So it's going to be like a matador versus a bull pretty much. But it's unfair to call Justin Gaethje a bull because, again, that guy's skilled. And over the years, his striking has like vastly improved in a technical sense. Justin Gaethje is very calculated. How's Max going to deal with those low kicks? Max has thick legs for his size and his build. In the past, I've seen him take low kicks well. Volkanovski, however, was very effective with those low kicks, and if Volk was effective, Gaethje could be effective. But one of those fights with Volkanovski, Max Holloway did make adjustments, and he was dealing with the low kicks a lot better. He was just getting out of the way and checking them. I specifically remember that. So his leg kick defense game better be on point, because Justin Gaethje is known to tear some legs up. And if you take Max's wheels off from under him, he's not going to be as mobile, as fluid. His defense is going to take a hit, and then he's going to be more hittable. which is really bad for Max Holloway. I told you guys this is going to evolve into like a mini breakdown. I might as well make like an early pick. I'll probably do an official breakdown video. It's tough to say. I mean, Max is Max. Max has a way of wearing guys out. He's super tough. I think he's a legend of the sport at this point. You can never count him out. But Justin Gaethje is a damn animal. That guy hits so hard at lightweight, and he's so improved. Right now, what I'm thinking, I think I'm leaning towards Justin Gaethje. Probably like 55-45. I'm giving Max a ton of respect. He's such a phenomenal fighter, but I can easily see him getting battered in this fight. Just like a style matchup thing, choices in there. Max likes to test himself, that's why we love him. But it could be like a Ferguson versus Gaethje 2 situation. And I personally don't want to see that happen to Max. He has to stick and move, fight the perfect fight. And isn't it be tough not to get hit hard by Justin Gaethje? He is going to touch him up at some point. Can Max take those shots? Might be painful watching him try. But here's the thing about striking, wrapping up. It's not always how hard somebody hits. It's not always about the aggression or the force. Sometimes it's the precision, the patience, the timing, and the placement. Max could catch Justin Gaethje as well. Don't be surprised or shocked if that happens. You land on somebody on the right spot with clean technique. It doesn't even have to be the hardest strike. You could really stun somebody bad or flat out knock them out. Case in point, I'm going to take you back to like an old fight. Nick Diaz versus Robbie Lawler. Basically, Nick dropped Robbie Lawler with a jab. And you've seen it happen countless times in combat sports. Just precision and timing, man. Proper placement. Max could wear him out throughout the course of the fight, and that decreases your chin, your ability to take a shot, especially when you're fatigued. And we could see a Max TKO as well. Is it as likely as Justin Gaethje doing it to Max? Not sure. I don't think so. I think Gaethje's more dangerous in the striking department compared to Max Holloway, but I think they both could stop each other with strikes. More so TKO for Max Holloway, and Gaethje could like probably knock out Max or TKO him. But anyway, guys, ultimately, I'm excited for the fight. I mean, but I'm such a big fan of Max Holloway. Actually, both of these guys, but I don't want to see Holloway battered up, man. I hope it's a competitive, good fight, and nobody gets like super damaged and crushed out there. Because nobody really wants to see that. Well, maybe some of the fans, but I don't like to see brutal beatdowns to that level. Like that Ferguson versus Gaethje fight, man, that was tough to watch. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this matchup. Are you excited for it? Do you think it's a bad fight for Max? What are your general thoughts? Who are you picking to win? Thanks for listening or watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Until then, take care, my friends. Enjoy the fight.